Yo, 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 we back.
We back up in here.
Podcast number 3.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
And what do we have to talk about today? What I want to talk about is Old Town Road. I know you don't like this song.
Well, I mean, I honestly was just seeing it all over Twitter, as everyone was, and I never even listened to the full song until you showed it to me yesterday, just because I felt like I heard what I needed to hear on Twitter time and time again.
Let's just remind the audience. Play the beginning of it really fast. I like this song a lot, and I know
It's not a bad song. I just think it's a little overhyped, in my opinion.
Okay. You're not a big country guy, huh?
Oh, I'm not a country guy, but that's another thing I want to talk about.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a country song.
So that song. So you don't think that's the argument you have?
Well, because that's been the debate lately, is whether it's a country song or not, because obviously it's really popular, and so people are saying it should be in the charts for country, but people are saying it's not country music, and I actually agree with that. I don't think it's country.
Because you think of the beat, it's like a trap
Yeah,
beat.
because it's like literally a rap beat. It's someone singing country over a rap beat.
But I think that's still country.
But the thing of it is, though, is like I was trying to explain to you, is I don't like country music, but I know people that like country music, and the last thing that they like is rap. So meshing those two genres, like, that's just so anti-country.
But do you think that they don't like rap because of the lyrics and the way they do it, or they don't like rap because of the beat?
I think it's
I guess it depends on the
everything.
person.
I think it's the whole thing.
Because there's some country songs that have a beat, I feel like.
Yeah, but most country songs nowadays are more like towards the pop and rock
nowadays
kind of thing.
Yeah.
And even I think that's kind of lame.
So you
Like,
think,
I'm not a country fan, but I think like new wave country is kind of lame because it's like poppy.
well, that's just the way country music's going now. It's not like Old Town, just like guitar and banjo, like ding 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 ding.
Yeah.
Like that's old country. That's like folk songs.
Okay, so let's go the other way. Could you imagine like a song where someone's like full on like bluegrass country playing that kind of music and someone's rapping over it? Would you be like, that's a rap song?
Honestly, yeah, because he's
think
rapping.
so?
Because he's rapping.
I don't. So to you, it just is about the lyricists and what they're doing.
To me, rap is someone rapping. And that's
Okay.
You know, so if it's a trap beat or not, and someone's singing country over it, to me that's country.
Okay.
Because the lyrics.
But do you kind of get the point of view of someone that's
I get
an
what you're
actual
saying.
country fan, and they're thinking, "Oh my god," because I'm sure there's probably like real country fans too that are annoyed with new wave.
That's why. Oh yeah, 100%. That's
Even
why
the new,
this song wasn't
like
on the
rock.
top.
Now they're like, "Oh my god!" Now it's rap sounding. Like that's even worse to them.
Yeah, that's
Which
true.
I would be pretty upset about that if like there was a bunch of country sounding songs and people were rapping. I don't know. It's a good song though. Like I'm not saying it's a bad song. I'm just like, okay, it's cool.
Blow up extremely fast.
Yeah.
Apparently beat like Drake's record for streaming or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like for a song, which I think.
Well,
is
because it's
impressive.
something different. No one's ever done this before.
Exactly.
So everyone's like, what in the heck?
So this is opening a door to a whole new genre. I feel like.
Yeah.
I might be wrong, but.
Do you think it matters to the artist? Like that guy is a rapper, correct?
Well, I don't know. I know nothing about him.
So he's not trying to be a country artist. It has nothing to do with that. I feel like he's a rapper, and he's like,
well, is he though? Like, I don't even.
I don't know about him.
Yeah, I don't either. So I can't even speak on that.
Yeah.
But I thought he was trying to be a country artist. I don't know.
Really?
I don't know.
With a beat like that?
Yeah, that's what he's
to me, it
changing
sounded like a rapper was like, okay, I'm gonna make like a country song
like
for fun.
fuck it, yeah.
For fun. Yeah, that's what it sounded like to me.
Hmm.
But I don't know.
Well, I like it. It's gonna bump at parties probably. It's gonna bump at clubs.
I just think it's interesting, like what makes something a genre of music, because there's a lot of bands throughout history that have made music that fall under a bunch of categories.
Yeah.
But I just think it's never come up in the discussion before of a song that sounds rap and country, because they're like polar opposites of each other in their style.
Yeah.
So I think it's hard to like put it in either box.
Yeah. It's creating its own lane.
Yeah.
That's that simple. You can't put it in a box, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Which
But
is-
do you think it deserves to be on country charts?
I think it does.
Yeah.
I think it does. I think it also deserves... I don't think it should be on rap charts because it's not a rap song. I think it should be on country charts. Billy Ray Cyrus is in the remix.
Yeah, but that doesn't really matter. I mean, U2 was on a Kendrick track.
That's true. That's true.
So that doesn't matter. It doesn't. It's not. See,
but Kendrick's rapping in that track.
So it's U2 isn't.
Yes, but that makes it a rap song. Lil Nas or whatever in Old Town Road, he's not rapping in this song.
Yeah, I know.
So that doesn't make it.
So it's. I want to reiterate. So you think it's not about the music.
Mm-hmm.
It's about who's singing, like the style that they're doing.
Yeah.
I think that's interesting. Because when I think of a genre of music, I think about the actual music.
So what if there was like, let's say Post Malone got like a rock song, like a rock drums and stuff.
I would say it's a rock song.
What if he rapped over it?
I don't. I feel like that'd be a rock song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's interesting. Then we just have different perspectives.
I don't know
on music.
Because I don't think Post Malone's. He doesn't even really like rap a whole lot.
No, he doesn't.
He's more of like a R&B. He's more of a singer. See, I don't know how that would sound though.
Well, I shouldn't use him as an example.
Because rapping, the whole reason that people have beats and stuff is because when you're rapping, it's like it's like a tempo and you're like flowing in a pocket, as opposed to like it's hard to do that with rock music. So does it matter who it is? I mean, you heard Denzel Curry do his Bulls on Parade.
That's a rock song.
And that was a rock song.
Yeah, that's a rock song.
He was performing it like a rock song, but it was a rapper doing it.
I think that's a rock song.
Okay.
It's a rapper that did a rock song.
Mm-hmm. So. Well, because there's no denying it's a rock song. It's literally. But that is one of the bands, Rage Against the Machine, that they said that they were like rap and rock mixed.
Oh, really?
Because of the way that their lyrics were, they were like flowed in their songs. So they were the first kind of like rock rap kind of fusion. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of cool that like a rapper would remake that song because it's like they did like metal, but it was like rap metal.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess you can just kind of put it in both categories. Then I guess you could say Old Town Road's a hip hop and a rap song.
Yeah.
Or a country song.
I wouldn't even say rap. I would say hip hop and country.
Hip hop. Yeah, not rap. Hip hop.
Yeah. But back to the when you said that they did like metal and rap, what band was it?
Rage Against the Machine.
Rage Against the Machine.
Mm-hmm.
So they're a metal band though. Like they
overall they're considered a metal band because they play like fast-paced, guitars, bass, drums.
Yeah. So music. they kind of cross genres a little bit.
But as far as their vocals is kind of like rap kind of. Yeah.
But they're identified.
It's like the Beastie Boys. They're considered rap but rock.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same kind of thing.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's just a fusion, but when you think of Beastie Boys, do you think rap or do you think rock?
I think rock.
But they were more on the side of lyrics being rap and their music being rock. But you still put them in the box of rock, that's why I say with Old Town Road, it sounds like a rap song with the beat. So I put it in the rap category.
Okay.
They're doing a fusion, but I think it's about the music more than the vocals.
The lyrics.
And how they're presenting the vocals.
I guess
it's how it sounds. That's how you put things into a genre. Like when you hear jazz music, you don't classify it as jazz music because you hear somebody scatting. But it's because you hear the music.
Well, that's the thing with the song, though. When I hear it, I hear country vocals.
But I hear a rap beat.
But
I don't know. It's both.
It is. It's hard. That's why it's a big argument.
Maybe it's up to the artist to say what genre it is. What does he say?
Maybe he doesn't even want to be considered in a genre. I think he says he wants to be country. I don't know though.
Okay.
But I think
who gets to make that decision?
Yeah, exactly. So I think honestly it doesn't really matter.
So as of now, is it in the charts?
It's in the top 100 for all music.
For all music, but country charts.
I don't know.
And who gets to decide that?
I don't know.
That's
interesting.
Know how that
works.
The country gods.
The country gods.
Because I don't know. I don't even like country music.
I don't listen to country music. I know Darius Rucker and Billy Ray Cyrus.
If I were to listen to country music, though, because the reason I don't like country music is my dad listened to it all the time. He used to just annoy the shit out of me. He always had country music on. So I know country music just by default, growing up with it, but I never liked it.
Yeah. But
I think it's interesting.
The only time I like country music is in the summer and it's hot out.
It's a vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just
yeah.
I wish I was on a horse right now. Listen to it.
I think what's different about this is like when you mix something like rap and rock, they kind of got that same attitude.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing with Lil Uzi. He always talks about trying to be a rock star or the way he acts, not necessarily his music,
but the lifestyle and it's the attitude.
Yeah, it's the attitude.
Yeah, because I feel like not that long ago, rock was the rap.
Yeah,
like the rebels, the popular thing that the kids liked.
The parents
that was
were like, no.
Yeah. So I kind of get that, but country and rap are just like totally opposite.
But that's what's amazing.
Because I feel like country, they try to more push like good conservative values and living a humble life, and then like rap is the total opposite. It's like, splurge and do what you want and be a baller.
Yeah.
And so it's like to like mesh that. And
that's
kind of interesting.
It is interesting, and that's why it's such a big thing, because Lil Nas and Billy Ray meshed it, which hasn't been done.
And that's why I think it's so big. I don't even think it's the song itself, because I think the song alone is just, it's good.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like, wow, this is incredible.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Also,
I think it's just because it's such a crazy concept. That's why it's so big.
And another thing why it's so big too is a lot of people memed it, like made memes out of it.
I was seeing my whole Twitter feed was stuff
so that's another reason.
Like, oh my god,
like that, and like In My Feelings with Drake, that got a meme, so that boosted the song.
Yeah.
So if you can make
anytime there's a dance to it,
or something that people can do a video to or meme it or something, that obviously the streaming for that song is gonna go way up.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even have to be a great song.
Well, it's crazy too, stuff like TikTok and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's like everything kind of like stems from that. Like songs getting big now aren't even about like the song anymore.
No.
It's just, they created a thing on TikTok. It's like it's thing popular that people do now. So now that song's popular, but it's not even because of the music.
Yeah.
I remember my sister used to do that one where it was like that Offset song. He's like trapping out the back street, zoom. You know what I'm talking about? I think it's a Lil Yachty song, and the song's not even that good. That was just like the beginning part of the song, and that part just got so popular, and that song blew up. But the song's not even like,
but it's just
a great song. It's just that part that they created a little internet
like,
trend to.
Thing. It's kind of crazy how powerful like memes and internet trends can be, dude.
Yeah,
like.
Think about being a musical artist. I mean, any kind of artist nowadays, for that matter. Like, you don't have to be anybody. You just have to blow up on the internet somehow.
Yeah, but the good ones, blow up and then keep that fame.
Yeah,
most people that just blow up like that, they just don't.
Like, what about Blueface Baby?
That dude's Tatiana, right?
Yeah, that song just blew up,
and it wasn't even that good.
It's not even because he's a good artist. Yeah, it's funny.
I think he's a horrible artist.
Yeah,
he can't rap.
But the thing of it is like, good for him.
Yeah.
We were talking about this yesterday. Like, there's so much negativity as far as like what people are doing.
Yeah.
And it's like, why can't you just be happy for people that they're successful? Like, okay, he's trash. Don't listen to him.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a fan or support, but don't shit on a person because they're doing their
better
thing.
Than you.
Like, exactly.
He's making millions of dollars. You're
seriously, like, you see people on the internet and you're like, God, that's fucking stupid, but they're huge and they're making all this money. Why are you shitting on that?
Yeah, well,
they're doing their thing.
They're jealous. Most people are jealous that someone's doing better.
Definitely jealousy.
And just like, I'm gonna write my opinion, negative comments. It's fucked. That's what Kevin Hart was talking about.
Yeah,
that's what we were talking about yesterday.
Well, it's like people talking about rap and there's all this trash now. Well, no one's putting a gun to your head saying that you got to listen to it because it's new.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like the same thing with the Star Wars movies. Like, people complain that they keep making them and they're trash, and it's like,
because
your ass keeps going out and seeing the movie, and that's why they keep making them.
They keep
dumbass.
breaking box office fucking ratings.
If you don't want them to make more Star Wars movies and ruin them or whatever, then don't go see them.
Exactly.
That's what's funny to me because I'm not a comic nerd or anything. Like,
but you still see every Marvel movie.
When a new fucking Avengers comes out, I just like go to the movie and I'm like, this is fucking cool. And then the guy next to me is like, this isn't how the comic is, blah, blah, blah.
But he still gave him money by watching the movie.
But I'm like, I don't give a shit. It's entertaining. I like it. You're thinking way too far into it. And if you don't want to support it, then don't go see it.
And I almost got a little sucked in because I'm not a huge Marvel fan, but I still see all the movies. Yeah, like I'll admit,
I'm sucked in. Yeah, I always go see him.
Like even if like I didn't like Black Panther, I didn't like Thor Ragnarok.
You didn't like Black Panther?
I mean, I liked it, but I think it got way too much hype.
I completely agree.
Like, it was a good movie, but it was kind of boring because it was just like.
I thought like
it felt like a generic.
Like the backstory and stuff.
It felt generic.
Yeah, I think a lot of that stuff's just race driven.
Well, yeah, that movie in general was just, you know, just trying to show that the black community has a superhero movie, which is cool.
So there's nothing wrong with that, but it's wrong. Like to say something's good purely because of what they're trying to do.
Yeah, I think
it's wrong.
Yeah,
you got to base it on how the movie actually is, which the movie was good.
Yeah, but I think it wasn't great.
But it wasn't winning like best movie of the year awards.
It was like nominated or something.
Yeah, it's like
and I was like, I don't know about that.
Nah.
Like, it was good, but it wasn't that good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But but back to what we're talking about, negativity and stuff. It's easy to get sucked into that when we're always on the internet. It's easy to be negative with other people and like throw your opinions down and shit.
Yeah. I think that's really weird how people just jump to being negative.
It is weird, huh? And most people are like that on the internet. They're always judging everything.
Yeah.
And they feel like, they can do it on the internet, and they're behind their computer. No one's gonna see the real face.
Well, think about how much of a miserable person you have to be to like leave comments on people's stuff on the internet
and like break them down.
Like you're such a miserable person.
If you think about it, it's fucked.
Yeah, to be sitting there just trying to like,
unless the person's like a horrible person.
But even then, what the hell is leaving YouTube comments?
Nothing.
It doesn't do anything. Yeah. You're just being an ass.
Yeah.
Just don't participate in it. Mm-hmm. You're buying into it when you're like leaving YouTube comments and stuff like that. You're
negative
just, like,
ones.
Yeah, you're just buying into it. Yeah.
Yeah. You can always leave positive ones, or if like the creator asks them, like, what do you think about this? Leave a comment down below. Like that's what comments are meant for.
Mm-hmm.
It's not meant for, oh my god, your voice is funny.
Yeah,
you look like a porcupine. Like that's fucked.
Is this personal experience?
Yes. But yeah, it's funny shit. But another thing we just wanted to touch on. Oh, we don't want to go too long today because our fucking camera.
Yeah, we gotta figure out that situation. We'll figure it out.
So we're only gonna go like 25 minutes today or whatever. But I also wanted to talk about the WikiLeaks. What's the dude's name?
Julian Assange.
Yeah. And I guess America put out like a warrant for his arrest or something, and he was in London when he got arrested.
Yeah, he's the co-founder of WikiLeaks.
Okay.
And he said it took refuge in the, I think it's at the London embassy in 2012 to avoid extradition to Sweden over a sexual assault case.
Oh shit! I didn't know he had a sexual assault case on him.
But I guess it was like dropped. But this is the whole with this situation, it has to do with him leaking information.
Yeah.
About the U.S. government, and it said if he gets charged with it, it'll be up to 5 years in prison.
Oh, that's not that long. I thought it was like a way bigger
deal. Yeah.
Oh well, shit. Because
so what do you think about as far as like the media and like free speech, like balancing free speech and like national security?
That's a tough one because I'm a huge conspiracy theorist, so I don't trust like the government or anything. So personally, I would want to know information that they're hiding from us. Mm-hmm. But also at the same time, I do understand that they're protecting us. There's security reasons why they're doing certain shit.
Well, yeah, like for instance, like when people get upset that they're like tracking us on our phone and stuff like that, I'm like, dude, have at it. Like if you're gonna stop terrorism, go for it.
And they stopped a lot.
Because you're gonna be fucking bored looking at me through my camera. Because you're not looking at me. I'm not doing anything.
Did you hear about that terrorist attack they stopped in Washington? The dude stole a U-Haul truck and he was driving around D.C. looking for a big enough crowd to run people over, and they stopped him just in time. Because they found out like his internet shit and like the shit they're doing, they're tracking stuff. They stopped him.
I heard that the 9/11, they had those guys that did 9/11 on their radar.
Really?
And they didn't. I forgot who stopped them, but they basically wouldn't allow them to do anything about it, and it happened.
Jesus.
So, they're doing it to protect you. So if you're not doing anything wrong, why do you care about your quote unquote privacy? They're not trying to like dig into your life. Yeah. They're just trying to protect the country.
But the counter argument for that, for example, I think it's just kind of what Snowden was all about, is if the government has that power, and let's say something goes down in the country where the government turns on the people for whatever reason, and they have that power, that's what people are afraid of. You know, and I can see that argument.
That's why we have guns, though.
That's true. That's why you can shoot.
That's why we have the Second Amendment.
Woo!
If we're all armed,
hell yeah,
that's
brother.
the whole point of having guns.
Yeah,
the government can't take down all the people if we're all armed.
I mean, honestly, yeah.
I think that the more pressing, pertinent issue is terrorism, and that's the biggest threat right now.
Yeah,
not our own government, and we have protection. That's why we have the Second Amendment. That's why we're protected against our government. We get to protect ourselves.
Yeah.
And so I'd rather fight terrorism than the government right now.
That's true. Well, obviously, yeah, the government's not doing shit. Like, there's no civil war. Like, there's no reason.
Yeah.
You know, that would happen.
The only civil war right now is just between, like, freaking liberals and Republicans right now. Yeah.
That's scary. That divide is scary. Mm-hmm. I don't like that at all.
Well, because I've just been watching a lot of political stuff lately because I think, like, the whole, like, DNC platform's just getting... So, like, it's to the point where it's not even liberal anymore. It's just socialist.
It's just getting
scary.
so extreme. It's getting so extreme on both sides, though. Mm-hmm. Which is fucked. Yeah. Because, you know, there's alt-right people shooting up mosques, you know, in fucking New Zealand. Yeah. And then there's also, you know, completely left Antifa people wanting to do violence at rallies and stuff for free speech. And it's just the extreme on both sides is just fucking insane. Mm-hmm. And I don't really know what we can as a country do about it because it doesn't help that our media is just pushing that divide.
Dude, that's why George Washington warned against parties. Yeah. That's why I said there shouldn't be parties because everyone's like falls in a different place. Most people are more like towards the middle. Yeah. You know?
Most people,
Most people.
Most people are smart.
But all the damage is coming from the extremists.
Exactly.
You know? Like if you look at all the damage that's been done by all the protests from, you know, things like Black Lives Matter or what happened in like Baltimore or stuff like that. Like there's these big like protests and stuff out of these extremists and then it ends up just doing way more harm.
Oh, so much more harm.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to combat that. Like, where do you think we're going to be in like 8 years?
Scary. It's just getting worse and worse.
Exactly. It is getting worse.
And it's crazy that, like, we can't just have different opinions and then not be, like, violent about it. I think people forget at the end of the day that we're all Americans still. Yeah.
See, we need a good old-fashioned war. Like World War II.
To bring us together.
To bring us together.
That's horrible to say. It's so true, though. It's like, dude.
Well, something to bring us together.
Like, 9/11 happens, and, like, everyone in New York was just, like... fucking brothers in arms.
They all went to fucking join the army.
Yeah. I mean, everyone was just patriotic at that point. Yeah. So it's like, I get what you're saying. We almost need something bad to happen for us to come together.
For us to come together, yeah.
Yeah.
And hopefully it doesn't have to be bad. Hopefully it can be like something good.
I think, you know, all of this kind of circles back around to the whole everyone has to jump to the negative. Yeah. Like, I don't understand the whole... why can't people accept that, okay, a certain person's our president? Trump's the president right now. Mm-hmm. Don't you want him to succeed? Because he's the president of your country. Why do you want him to fail just because he's not your guy? Yeah. And why are you making up stuff about him? And
that's making our country weaker.
It is. Like, Obama won, and I really did not want Obama to win, and I was like, that sucks. Mm-hmm. But I never once was like, I want him to fail. Yeah. That's our president. Of course I want him to do good. Surprise me. Mm-hmm. You know? And I think it's weird. People just jump to the negative. That's not my guy. I'm on this team. My guy didn't win, so I want him to go down.
You know, there's a conspiracy that Russia has been planning this since, like, the Cold War days. Like, apparently there's a conspiracy that there's
that Russian they're trying to, like, create the divide.
And they're trying to divide and create this divide and break our country in half from the inside, and then when we're weak because we're separated, boom, they strike. Yeah. And I believe that shit.
But at the same time, though, and I like to, like, because I like to think on the positive side, I would like to believe that if something crazy happened, we would just come together as Americans.
Yeah, I think we would. If something like invaded us, or someone invaded like one of our territories or something, I think us as a country would agree that fuck those guys.
Exactly. Like, I'm arm in arm with my American brethren all day. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't care what your views on politics are. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
But what if our country did something bad? What if we invaded a country?
like wrongfully.
Yeah, but would we even know if it's wrongful? Like, what if they put out propaganda?
Well, that's the thing though. Like, we don't know.
Exactly. That's what's scary.
I mean, think about the Germans during the World War II and everything. They thought they were just because they were like Germany was like in a rough place, and that's where Adolf Hitler came in because he gave them like hope and was like going to be this guy that was going to make them great, basically. And I don't want to compare Hitler to Trump or something.
But that's what people do.
But that's the difference, though. America's not bad. People keep forgetting America's great, and we're only getting better.
Yeah,
that's what's kind of funny. But yeah, I mean, they didn't know what was going on. They were just feeding them propaganda, and they didn't, for the longest time, didn't realize that what Hitler's plan actually was and what he was trying to do.
Yeah, and that's scary. Yeah. They had no idea, and I think all that. I mean, obviously, some people did because they helped the Jewish people like escape and stuff, and but as a country, you know, they're completely blinded by propaganda. Yeah, which is kind of scary to think about. So,
and you're saying, well, I mean, look at the media today.
Propaganda.
That's why I hate, like, that's why I say I don't really look into the news. It's not because I don't want to be educated or anything. It's just I don't trust it.
I think,
and it's hard to find that medium of. People get really extreme and say everything the news puts out is fake. I don't think that's true.
I don't think
that's
true.
But I also think it's really dumb to believe everything that the news says.
I think you should look at news and take it in with a grain of salt and use your brain and do a little bit of research on yourself and think for yourself, you know. I think more people should do that. But we actually need to start wrapping this podcast up.
All right, man.
So it's been real. We'll figure out the camera situation, you know, whatever. Yeah. But all right, it was a good one.
All right, see you guys next week.
Yes, sir.